I'm Becky, I'm the competition manager for the National Rifle Association based here at the National Shooting Centre in Bisley. So our original online booking system was very, very dated, and it was built by an ex-shooter, and it worked at the time, but it was getting to the point where the staff couldn't interact with it themselves. There was a lot of outsourcing, and it was just very dated, and it didn't give us all the functionality that we needed critically. So we were very limited in what we could do, and also it was just restricted to our department within competitions, and there are other parts of the NRA which could utilise something which was more modern and more user-friendly. We were looking for a solution at the time. We had approached a couple of other companies, and actually a colleague of mine was working on a separate development project, and I think she discovered Point100.
My name is Graham Goulding, and I'm Head of Sales and Marketing for Point100. Point100 is a bespoke software development house. I'm proud to say that we've been going for over 30 years. Obviously we've seen many changes and completed many projects for many organisations in that time.
I'm Lionel Rudin, I'm Head of Tech at Point100. I've been working within the IT industry for several decades, must be about 30 years now.
My name is Aman Sood. I lead and manage the software engineering team or the software development team. My team is based in the UK, and most of it is based in India.
Usually 80% of what the client has is working perfectly. It's 20% of what they are using or implementing causes them the issues. But that 20% causes them 80% of their issues. And we come in and understand very clearly, very deeply what that 20% of problems, what it's causing and what the solution should be for it.
In the case, for example, with the National Rifle Association, we're looking at an old system, quite traditional, paper-based, Excel sheets, spreadsheets and so on.
Although they have all this big infrastructure, shooting ranges, etc., but the most important thing for them is their their customers, who are their subscribers, who are the members, individuals or the clubs of NRA. So we were very clear that one of the things which we have to induce in our software development is a very good user experience. So when we started building the core architecture of these applications, we were very clear that we have to lay a very strong foundations of the architecture so that the application can be scaled up and can be used later for multiple functions within NRA, and that's what we exactly did. In a very few words, it's a combination of 3 layers in the application: the database layer at the bottom, the application layer on the top, which is the user experience, and then in the middle there's a data interchange layer. The good thing about this application is that it's completely owned by NRA, and it's bespoke built for them, so there's like endless flexibility in this. So you can enhance it, you can configure it, you can integrate this with multiple systems.
Trying to find a one-size-fits-all system that would work for everybody was always going to be a challenge, but on the whole it's allowed people to critically hook up to their membership account, so they don't need to remember 2 different passwords, which for a lot of people is a godsend. But it works on phones and tablets and PCs, so it's a lot more user-friendly than what we had, even to the extent that it can take payments a lot quicker online, so that there's a lot of pluses to it. Because we've got the ability to advertise things in different ways on the system, we've actually seen a big uptake in some of the smaller events. If we hadn't had it post-COVID, we would have been in a lot trickier position to try and regenerate and get ourselves back off the ground. We've got a support contract in place, and I've got an email chain with Mukhtar, one of the key developers, and any little tweaks that we sort of think, it would be useful to have this feature. She's working on a couple for us now. We just pop her an email and the team will look into it, and it's really useful to know that any problems, any little blips in the system, if they do arise, that they're there. Coming from somebody who's not looked after a project like this before, they certainly made it as easy as possible, and they adapted the way that they delivered the project to work with us, and not just me specifically, but just the NRA as a whole. I mean, I definitely use them again. We're actually working on another potential project with them now for a different side of what we do here.
This case study is a particularly good example of digital transformation. But of course, at Point100, having been going for over 30 years, hundreds and hundreds of projects completed successfully. Digital transformation is part of it. It's almost like an umbrella expression for almost everything that we do inside. Challenge us, give us your worst scenario. And we love this business. Why? Because if it's technologically feasible, we can do it.